9 editors battle for $750 and they all use the same motivational voiceover. All the edits were so different, so let's see which cinematic storytelling edit will make you jump out of bed in the morning. I will of course also give feedback that you can implement, and if you want to participate in this editing challenge, do join the club, link is in the description. Now let's jump into it. The first one is Plamen. Here's the truth about being successful. Whether it's video editing, content creation, or building a business, if you want to be good, be motivated. If you want to be great, be obsessed. Because motivation is temporary and obsession is what makes you open Premiere at 11 p.m. because you thought of a better way to cut that sequence. Longevity in every industry is a matter of not being dependent on a surge of motivation. You'll need to plow through even if you aren't motivated. The fact of the matter is, your life is designed to get results you are getting right now. For that trajectory to change, fall in love with the process, not just the result. All right, first one. I think the shots that you picked are really nice. What I do see, some shots look ungraded. That's my first thing that I noticed. It looks like there's no LUT on it. These videos are log, as you can see. That's why it's so gray, and it needs a conversion LUT to look a bit nicer. There's just no contrast in it now. The font I don't think is bad. I also think the pacing is nice. It fits the voiceover. Shot choice I think is also good. There are some things that I would say, just some advice to everyone, is like details matter. I've seen this a lot, but like here, for example, camera is wiggling a bit. I would just add a simple warp stabilizer on it. Then here I'm moving this phone. I would have cut. Here I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, rubbing my eye or something. These are all small things that as an editor, you should really think of these details, because like the clients will see this. Other than that, there's some transitions where I was like, oh, feels a bit random. Like I wouldn't even use a glitch transition here. And then also you had this transition with this crop lines, like that also felt a bit random. Intention is really important. If you use transitions, think of like, okay, does this need a transition? And if it does, is it more a distraction or does it add to the video? Those are some questions to ask with almost every transition, by the way. I think it's a solid edit. I do think there's like some things that you should improve. I would say it's a B tier for now, just because I also don't have other stuff to compare it to. I'm contemplating between B and C, so I'm gonna keep it for B. Next one is F King. Here's the truth about being successful. Whether it's video editing, content creation, or building a business, if you want to be good, be motivated. If you want to be great, be obsessed. Because motivation is temporary and obsession is what makes you open Premiere at 11 p.m. because you thought of a better way to cut that sequence. Longevity in every industry is a matter of not being dependent on a surge of motivation. You'll need to plow through even if you aren't motivated. The fact of the matter is, your life is designed to get results you are getting right now. For that trajectory to change, fall in love with the process, not just the result. Wow, I think this one is way nicer in terms of the text animation. I think that's super nice. I like the shots also. No transitions, I think is great. There are some things where I was like, okay, like for example, this shot where I'm cycling, it went on a bit too long. The elephant in the room, again, no color grade in my opinion. Like, I don't know if this is gonna be a recurring thing with all of them. Again, as an editor, you should also be able to see if something needs a LUT. What are you guys saying? Yes, no LUTs. The J-cut will fit here. Yes, there was a song, Arish. Let's vote. So, I mean, we can compare it now. We have Plamen, and I would say there's less feedback comparing to Plamen. I think the text animations are a bit more sophisticated. Also, yes, there was still color grade missing, but music was nice. I'm gonna move it above Plamen, A tier. And the next one is Ciao. Here's the truth about being successful. Whether it's video editing, content creation, or building a business, if you want to be good, be motivated. If you want to be great, be obsessed. Because motivation is temporary and obsession is what makes you open Premiere at 11 p.m. because you thought of a better way to cut that sequence. You'll need to plow through even if you aren't motivated. The fact of the matter is, your life is designed to get results you are getting right now. For that trajectory to change, fall in love with the process, not just the result. Wow. What an edit. I love it. The sound effects, the colors, the storytelling. I was hooked. I think you put in an AI shot, because I think there was a shot that I didn't record, or at least I can't remember that I did. Yeah, this is 100% AI, which by the way, I think is so cool. This also like trajectory and then taking that bike shot. That's so smart. I love it. Wow, wow, wow. Well, there's only one place I can give this. Like, I'm so impressed. I'm gonna put it on S tier. I think like there's always improvements. So like with feedback, like I would say maybe there was a bit too much text. I think it could have done even without some text, and some sound effects were a bit loud. But that's it. It's so good. And the next one is Arish.
If you want to be good, be motivated. If you want to be great, be obsessed. Because motivation is temporary. Your life is designed to get results you are getting right now. For that trajectory to change, fall in love with the process, not just the result.
No, the effect. Oh, that holy effect. This is not good for my ego. How much effects do you want? Yes. Yeah, so I think this is so difficult because it's such a different style. I think that you really went all out, and I think you could have dialed it down a bit. Also with the text, with the font, it's almost a bit difficult to read. It's almost, for me at least, it's a bit too much in terms of like the effects. A transition here and there, like a cool transition, that's dope. Like there's way less storytelling compared to the others that we saw. Because here also result, and then we're seeing some houses. I get it, it's difficult because you're just working with the footage that I provide, so not everything works. And then here it says gone, and then I was like, huh, did I say that? But of course you did it based on the music, so it's more like a lyrics video almost, right? And here it turned more into a music video. So again, I think your edit skills are crazy. I also see how much effort you put in. I do think that with this video, like if it needs to be a bit more like a motivational storytelling video, yeah, it is missing that a bit. Let's vote. It's so difficult to already compare them because in terms of like the amount of edits and the editing skills, I would definitely put it in like a A tier. But then with the storytelling, I would say that Efking and Plamen did even a bit better, even though there wasn't that much editing in there. But yeah, then they both didn't do any color grade. It was a bit more simple. Yeah, it has blown me away in terms of editing. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Plamen down and F King one down, and then put Arish on A tier. Yeah, I agree. Edit was crazy, S tier, but not for storytelling. Yeah, like if this was an AMV type style edit, then you would have been probably like S tier. But yeah, that wasn't the editing challenge. And the next one is Alexandra.
Here's the truth about being successful. If you want to be good, be motivated. If you want to be great, be obsessed. Because motivation is temporary. Obsession is what makes you open Premiere at 11 p.m. because you thought of a better way to cut that sequence. You'll need to plow through even if you aren't motivated. Your life is designed to get results you are getting right now. For that trajectory to change, fall in love with the process, not just the result.
Wow.
Not quite my tempo.
Not quite my tempo. I love that meme. This was like storytelling cinematic, right? It's already super complicated now because I think this is such a good edit also. Also had some emotion in it. I also love the meme. That makes it funny, shareable. That also is cool. It's of course like Instagram reel, but it is really cinematic. I also like that you picked some other shots in it. Literally no feedback. Still, I think Ciao is in the lead. Yeah, difficult. What I did also like is that there was text, but it was like separated here and then like cool effect. What do you guys say? For me, high S, A or S++, A. I could already say that I'm already going to move these three down because I already think Alexandra is either A tier or S tier. It's so difficult because I was really blown away with this one. And maybe it was also the sound effects that did it for me. With Alexandra, I thought it was just like a super solid edit and I don't have any feedback, but I didn't have that blown away feeling. I'm going to put Alexandra for now on A tier. So for now A tier, but who knows? I'm going to still switch. I am feeling it. I'm not sure yet. The next one is Roy Michael.
Here's the truth about being successful. Whether it's video editing, content creation, or building a business, if you want to be good, be motivated. If you want to be great, be obsessed. Because motivation is temporary and obsession is what makes you open Premiere at 11 p.m. because you thought of a better way to cut that sequence. Longevity in every industry is a matter of not being dependent on the search of motivation. You'll need to plow through even if you aren't motivated. The fact of the matter is, your life is designed to get results you are getting right now. For that trajectory to change, fall in love with the process, not just the result.
Wow, really solid. You know how to do your storytelling well, because like great shots, great text. I think that's really nice. I was missing some color grade again. Like in terms of the editing skills, I think you're like really good with the storytelling. But what I do see is that this is a bit basic. Also in terms of the text, I would add some texture to this, or maybe like blur it a bit just to make it look a bit nicer. Maybe a different font. Still really cool. Again, this is all I think ungraded. Again, here with the text animation and the font, I probably wouldn't have gone for this orange and also this font. I don't know. I think it's like one of those standard fonts. Make it a bit smaller or make it huge, but then a cool like thick all caps font. Yeah, this is also super dope. And again, what you did really well, and this is what I really see, is that you know the context, you know the storytelling. But for example, in terms of design, I will make this look a bit nicer, like a digital timer. But what you did well is you basically shown the audience like, hey, this person is working late. Sound effects, cool. I actually don't mind this font. I think this is quite clean. I think this maybe fits it even a bit better. I don't know if I like the cross dissolve with the white. Cool shot, you know, like laughing, and then that's it. Yeah, solid edit. The concept is good. Just a bit more details will make it feel a lot better. I agree. Yeah, again, super solid edit. Also some ungraded shots. So I'm feeling a bit like in between here. I'm not sure if it's above F King. I would say it's above Plamen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these next to each other. I'm going to put Roy in between. Squeeze him in between. And let's see if it stays this way. And the next one is Steph.
Here's the truth about being successful.
The ones that were successful loved what they did so they could persevere when it got really tough.
Whether it's video editing, content creation, or building a business, if you want to be good, be motivated. If you want to be great, be obsessed.
I have extreme obsession.
Because motivation is temporary and obsession is what makes you open Premiere at 11 p.m. because you thought of a better way to cut that sequence. Longevity in every industry is a matter of not being dependent on the search of motivation.
What motivates me? I mean, I don't really need motivation.
Like the most valuable thing you can do as an artist is
live in a creative way.
Anything in life that you put your mind to, you can do.
You'll need to plow through even if you aren't motivated. The fact of the matter is, your life is designed to get results you are getting right now. For that trajectory to change, fall in love with the process, not just the result.
Wow, so creative. I love it. Like some other footage integrated in it. So different also, right? I love it. Like, yeah, the creativity. I do think that there were some like things that it felt a bit slow sometimes. That I was like, okay, pacing I think can be improved a bit. Like here there's a silence. And then this timing when it got really tough. Also with the font, I think the font that you started with is a bit better. We just kept that. So what you could have done is when he says when it got really tough, then it can be when it got really tough with the images. And then it's fine if you have a few seconds, all cool. Other than that, I think this is super dope. Then it's like, because motivation, it doesn't really fit the vibe. Maybe it's also my voice that is not too enthusiastic. This is really dope. I think your concepts, they're really nice, super creative. Here, I think there's a lot of spacing between the text. Like, I think you can make the design a bit better, changing the letter spacing. Yeah, super dope. And then also Gogs, I love him. But then also, it felt a bit like a random quote. This is dope. One shot is ungraded. Something small, but this is like, as an editor, you look at that, right? And a cool ending. So the idea is top notch. I think the skills need work, but also the pacing could be better. I also love it use one font rather than so many. I agree. But really dope. It was really cool. B, C, I think in terms of creativity, A. I'm sorry, Arish, but I am feeling that it is more like, because it's a really solid edit. I don't know if I would put it above Alexandra, but I would put it above you, Arish. Again, maybe I'll change it up later. And the next one is Aleo. Wow, ominous.
Here's the truth about being successful. If you want to be good, be motivated. If you want to be great, be obsessed. Because motivation is temporary. Obsession is what makes you open Premiere at 11 p.m. because you thought of a better way to cut that sequence. You'll need to plow through even if you aren't motivated. Your life is designed to get results you are getting right now. For that trajectory to change, fall in love with the process. Not just the result.
Wow. That's so cool. Very different and cool. Nah, Leo, you have to teach me storytelling. Yeah, it was super cinematic. Like the start, I was like, what is gonna happen? I was dragged in. Like, this is funny, right? Like, music, of course, also does a lot. It started out really like the expectations were set high. And then I felt a bit of a drop after a while. And it's also my voiceover, I think that doesn't help. But I think sometimes even adding some pauses and starting it a bit earlier, for example. So here I notice it.
Here's the truth about being successful.
You could have started that already where it's like, here's the truth about being successful. And then just a pause. This is dope. Cool sound effects. I think again, ungraded. This is like cool shot, but the music and the sound effects drag me in. I would have done this shot maybe a bit quicker, like speed it up a bit. This is dope. Adding a pause and just like showing like the process. You could have had like the process as a text on it, maybe to even like add more value to this or like more weight to this.
Not just the result.
And that's super dope. I think that's so creative that you found that shot that wasn't in the files. Really dope. Really dope. Aleo has done this before too. His storytelling is unique. Yeah. I mean, this is like, it's so cool to see, right? Like, this is why I do these editing challenges. And this is also why we change things up. That sometimes it's purely animation. And then sometimes it's like more focused on storytelling. I love seeing that. I must be honest, it's like more difficult than ever. I think these are quite similar. For me, Alexandra is higher due to skills and Aleo in terms of storytelling. Yeah, that makes it difficult. I'm sorry, Aleo, I'm gonna put you under Alexandra for now. Let's go to the last one. And the next one is Maddie.
Here's the truth about being successful. If you want to be good, be motivated. If you want to be great, be obsessed. Because motivation is temporary. Obsession is what makes you open Premiere at 11 p.m. because you thought of a better way to cut that sequence. You'll need to plow through even if you aren't motivated. Your life is designed to get results you are getting right now. For that trajectory to change, fall in love with the process, not just the result.
This was also a really solid edit. I must be honest, comparing to the others, I can already say that like it's a solid edit and I would probably normally put it in the A or S tier. I feel like Aleo, Alexandra and Ciao, they are in a different league. That's just, my feeling. What do you guys say? Music is a little missing the pitch of the voice of storytelling. I think music does a lot and it can make or break. So this was a fun song, but it didn't really motivate me, or it was more like, okay, it's a fun song. But Maddie, I would say for now, I'm going to put you in C tier. So difficult. I love that video of Steph too, but I feel like I just have a bit more feedback. Like the flow, Aleo is just a bit better. Like it really drags me through it. I'm just going to lock it in like this. Yeah.
A big shout out to all the editors that participated. Link of them is in the description. If you want to participate too, then do join the Fullstack Editor Club. Link of that is also in the description. Then lastly, one more thing. Don't forget to subscribe. We're almost at the 100k subscribers. I'm going to give away a MacBook. So do subscribe and thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.